Maybe some of you out there have had this kind of experience. Not necessarily that you're in charge of an organization or a meeting or an engagement, but you're in front of people or in front of a person and you're having to deliver a message that may be not in the status quo environment or in the regimented, scripted brief. In this case, you have something to say that is not on the well-beaten path. It's something that needs to be said because it's right there in front of you. It's obvious. And not to make your case or enter into a debate. However, what you're going to say is a unique, original, unbiased message in this meeting. Now, you probably have heard or someone say, hey, I'm just a messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. We've heard that probably many times in our lives. In this case, though, I want to change that and almost challenge someone, say what is laid out for you as the outline of a scenario where you're delivering a statement or a message that's not quite in line with the expected message or broadcast. It's something totally different, but hopefully sincere, original, and organic. So I'm going to put it a different way. When I say things like that to you, and probably I've said a lot, or relay that to you in each episode, and maybe even in the book, I intend to present that to you as my sincere perspective that I wish to share with you. You may or may not like it, or may not embrace it. What I'm going to challenge you with, and maybe you can consider this, when you have that kind of experience, don't just say, hey, I'm just a messenger, don't shoot the messenger. I'm going to challenge you with, hey, if you don't like what I'm saying, shoot the message. But aim carefully, because you will miss the message when you do that. This is for those who do not want. Notice I didn't say need. For those who don't want your message to get out there into the wild and the wide areas of peace and war. Of course, whoever they are, those powers that temporarily exist in your work and play and casual and formal environments, including those that you allow to rule your mind and your heads. Those people will seek to demise and maybe even pursue utter destruction of you. As I say, they might tend to default to shooting the messenger. And when equipped with the counter message, their counter message, their rejection levers to pull, and then the actual legal or illegal weapons to pull against you, they will take that shot at you. They will take that shot at me. But they will never stop. They can never stop or deny the message and purpose graced to you and I in this world. Our very existence in the imposed and mandated groupthink and herding of optimism goes against their grain. Their rough and intended abrasion of your independence and integrity. That, as intended, will grind down your resolve. And it appears they intend to grind down your resilience. And that'll happen if and only if you allow that to happen. That's why I say we all have that inherent, innate, and higher power given courage to appreciate that, to define it, to speak and exhibit that quality, to not wait for an external savior to rescue you when the heat or cold or shit comes at you. Your resilience rests and resides within you. And your mission, my mission, only to become aware of this and to put yourself, not it, into action. Again, the basic infrastructure, the introspective work you have to do to activate your own resilience. That means coming to grips with, committing to your agreements with your positive yes and love baseline. Baseline based on desire, discipline, and drive, which those three things lead, return you to, and push you forward with your beauty. Not from what they say, the rejectors, the resistance out there against your intentions. It comes from what and who and what your Creator says to you. So in your message, the purpose in your message, when you express it, even in your simple walking down the street, walking to the office, driving in traffic, in line for something at a store, doing some physical activity at the gym or in public. Whatever you're doing, I'm presuming those things, those ideas, those images, those visions, that movement, that action is aligned. You've taken the time to align those things with what I keep saying about your desire, your discipline, and your drive. That germ of life that revolves, vibrates into what I'm calling your beauty. But when you use that seed, that atom of you that keeps spinning, evolving, generating energy, that is supporting you in taking your shot, expressing your message, shooting out your message regardless of the resistance from outside of you. Their shot at your message will miss the message. At the same time, you continuing to take that shot to maintain your resilience, to express it. You remain resilient and steadfast on you and on your message and purpose. And that's you as the resilient messenger. That's what's coming out of you, your resilient message. Stay present. Stay current. No matter where you are in this world, please remember, it's always 820.